Well, hello and welcome to Fit with Stairs. I promised I would share a video that would help everybody from their 20s, probably 50s, 60s. One thing in life, always remember, if somebody has not done something, they cannot teach it to you. If somebody has not lived to be your age, they cannot teach you how to live to be your age. So when you see somebody teaching you how to be 100, and they're not yet 100, they're going to share information of other people, which is not complete information. Because you have to live with somebody for so long to be able to know exactly what they do. And for 100 years, it's somebody that has lived. They've had so many experiences. They've had so many relationships and so many things that brought them there. So unless you can put all of those things, not from one person, but maybe from 50 people who've lived to be 100, you're not qualified to tell people how to live to be 100. I hope you get me, right? Unless somebody has built a business that is multi-million-dollar business, he cannot teach you how to build a multi-million-dollar business because he cannot handle that money. You should be able to handle that money, right? Similarly, unless somebody is fit and probably closer to your age of fitness, to your age, and he's fit, they should not be teaching you how to be fit at your age because they cannot feel how you feel in your body. I hope it makes sense, right? If somebody's never been obese, yeah, they can teach you. But somebody who's been obese, when they lose weight, they can teach you how to lose weight based on them being obese because they know how they felt, they know how you feel. I hope you get me, all right? So today I just want to talk to everybody. We start with the younger generation. When I was young, like 8, 9 years old, and I looked at people in their 30s and I thought, oh my goodness, 30s, they're dinosaurs. They're so old. I'll be dead by the time I reach 30. And then when you're in your teens, you look at those same people again, you said, yeah, they're old, but not really that old. And then you get to your 20s and you think old is 50s. And you get to your 30s and 40s and you think old is 80s or 90s. You double it, all right? So that's one thing to keep in mind. Now, in your young age, I'm able to say this because I lived that age. Yeah, I'm in my 50s, mid-50s. So, number one, I was never a talented person. I did not have talents, which means that in sports, I was worse. In everything, I was really bad. But during my school years, I went to a boarding school and I realized that I needed self-esteem. My self-esteem came from things that I did at that point in time before I believed in myself because nobody believed in me. So I had to believe in myself. I'll take that back. I had a couple of teachers and my mom believed in me and that changed everything, all right? So I would get in the track field before anybody got there. I was in South India in hilly area called Kodaikanal and Kotagiri. So I would be on the track field before the sun came up, which means it's just fog. You barely cannot see 10 meters in front of you. And then you start turning, it's really awkward because you're jetting straight and then you have to turn because suddenly you see the line has turned, on the track field. So I would be the first one on the track and I would be the last one on the track. And that discipline, so it is discipline that got me to actually get good in sports. And I was number one in discus throw. I was number one in 110 meter hurdles. I was number one in 800 meter dash, 1,500 meter dash. I did other things that I wasn't that good at, but these were my things. And I was never a contact sport person because I still did not have that much confidence in beating people, bouncing into people, etc. But I did play basketball and I did play volleyball and kabaddi and other things, all right? And creativity came up. I was top in dramatics, elocution, and the public speaking, etc. So that all brought me to a person that has a lot of confidence later on. Today, I am not shy to stand in front of 3,000-4,000 people and speak. I've done it, all right? I've sang in front of that many people, all right? So in your 20s, what I need you to do, or what you need to do is stay fit. As much time as you can commit to your fitness, put it. If you have your girlfriend or boyfriend, get them into it. Just imagine you get married to somebody, okay, and you want to live together forever, but you are not physically fit, all right? So what happens is you think we will get fit when we grow older. It doesn't happen. Ask old people. They tell you that I wish I got fit when I was younger. So get fit now, because that will carry you. So my fitness up until my 20s carries me till now. From 20 till mid 30s, I got into cycling, and I was just cycling in ridiculous places or going downhill, not as in downhill off-road biking, but living in hilly areas, going down. I'm now in Oman. So I came to this place in early 90s. So there is a place called Koram, and I lived in Koram Heights, which is very high. And I would get down this Fahud Street and go around to a place called PDO, which is Petroleum Development Oman. The place I believe was called Min Al Fahal. And in that place, they had swimming pools, a place for basketball, etc. My uncles worked in oil industry, so I had access to get in there. And I would swim, play basketball. I joined karate, I played table tennis, everything I could do. And then I would come back and climb that hill after I got tired. I came to visit this country from US because I moved to US and I lived there for a long time. So I came to visit here in 2012 and 14 and 16. So when I came, we went up that hill with a car, and the car was like having a hard time. And I was like, wow, I must have been really fit to go up this hill with a bike. Forget about feet. If you went up with your feet, it's great, right? Now to go with a bike is harder. So I did it, which means that that fitness is part of what has gone along till now. In my early to mid 30s, I was in USA. I was running. I did a lot of physical activities. I mowed the cemetery. I did weed eating. All of those exercises, by the way. All right. But you want your heart to work. I was in Lee College in Baytown, and I joined karates when I was there. I did some karate. So until I got my job, yeah. And then I sat down. And I didn't do much. So I started gaining weight. When I left school, I was 28 around the waist. And now I got to finishing everything before coming here in 2017. And I am 38 around the waist, 37 point something. But you know, it's very difficult to find point inches, you know. So you go from 37 to 38 directly. In the last 2 years, I've dropped to 36. But since I started this program, I've dropped to 34 already. Actually, I think I'm at 33 because I wear the 34s with a belt. All right. So what I'm getting to is, young guys, stay fit. People in your mid 30s, probably you just got married, you're getting married, you want to have kids, right? So just imagine you just had this kid and you come from work, you're totally tired, right? The kid is at the daycare. If you're in the US and some of the European countries, all right, all your money that you make, you give to the daycare, right? Now you come home and you're tired. You don't have time except Sunday, right? And per year you get 2 vacations, 2 weekends. So if you don't have time until Sunday and you're not physically fit, you can't even do things in the daytime, you know? Like let's say you came home from work and you take your kid for a stroll or something like that, you're drained. So if you're physically fit, okay, you actually have extra energy to run throughout the day. If you're a mom that has just had a baby, planning to have a baby, getting physically fit will make that experience easier for you. And a dad, believe me, when you can't have proper sleep at night, being physically fit helps. I used to sleep in installments. I used to sleep for 2 hours when the baby slept. When the baby woke up, I would wake up, clean the baby, feed the baby, put the baby back to sleep, and go back to sleep for another 2 hours. In those 2 hours, the first 30 minutes, the baby would be on my shoulder until he fell asleep, and I would take him and put him in his crib or in our bed, and then go to sleep. So I slept in installments after I figured out that I won't die if I sleep in installments. But that still gave me energy. I did do one thing though. I changed my work schedule. I threatened to quit if they didn't give me a 9 to 5 job. And I did get exactly 9 to 5. I worked from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. because the company I worked for, I totally invested myself in it, and they totally believed me when I worked there. You know, I didn't smoke, I didn't drink. Sounds like a useless life, right? For those of you who do it. I didn't smoke, I didn't drink. They knew I didn't tell lies. to a point where, as a salesperson, if I knew what the cost of an item is and a customer asked me, I would tell them, which means we would not make profit. So I did not care to know it. I would just tell them, what do you want me to sell this item for? And I sold it for that, because I could be true when I opened my eyes and spoke to the customer. Anyway, that's beside the point. So I got back my life, and you want to do that, all right? You want to work hard when you're working hard to where your company can trust you, okay? And then move from there. As you get older, now in my 50s, right? My kid is there. Believe it or not, a year and a half ago, my son came because he's studying in US, and he came to Oman, and we went to the beach, and I was helping him learn how to run. And amazingly enough, he's actually doing exactly what I did in school. He's doing javelin throw, 110-meter hurdles and all this, but he's in US, so now he's doing basketball, which is really good compared to me, and he's doing he's playing American football and now baseball, all right? And he's doing the public speaking, things that I did, he's doing. So I'm like, how did he know? I never told him I did that, okay? Anyway, I took him to the beach to help him learn how to run, and he was shocked that I could actually outrun him at almost twice his age, right? More than twice his age, that I could outrun him. So I'm telling you, if you're in your 50s, or if you're in your 20s aspiring to be in your 50s and be physically fit, better than your kid who is in high school, you need to stay fit, okay? Because how are you gonna go out with them when you get older, right? You want to go on a cruise, they're already up the stairs, they're waiting for you to climb, you know? They want to explore the places when you go tourism, they can't because they have to wait for you. You have to catch your breath. You know what I'm saying? So get fit so that you can have quality life. So what is quality life? What is quality life? Quality life is being able to live physically, mentally fit with people you care for, people around you that you love, not sacrificing so much of your time from them, giving them everything that they can love you back, giving enough time to your work, okay, concentrated effort during your work, but more time for your family. Because if you don't have this vertical alignment, and I'm talking about your back as well as your life, then probably your life is going to be lost. Meaning that you have to have a higher power that you believe in, okay? And then you have to have your family. Everything you do is for your family. And then you have to have your job, and the society comes in. If you spend so much time at your work and your family has nothing from you, they have nothing. You know, catch any kid today. It doesn't matter whether they're 2 years old or 16 or 18 years old. Ask them, would you like me to keep buying you Lamborghinis? Would you like me to keep buying you iPads and all this stuff? Or would you like me to do stuff with you, go somewhere with you and do stuff? Every time they will choose to do things with you. Unless with your attitude of working, when you go out right now, you like mess up everything. But if you're doing things and you're enjoying with them, they want to do things with you rather than the money that you're working for. Because when you die, they will not talk about how long you worked. They will talk about how much quality time you gave them. Then this is true for anybody that you meet. If you give them quality time, you spend time with them, learn about them, enjoy them, then, so as you get old, your quality of life goes down if you're physically disabled, meaning that if you're not physically fit, okay? Even disabled people also are physically fit. I have a friend who's on a wheelchair. He used to be a motorbiker. He got paralyzed. He's on a wheelchair. Man, that guy's biceps are almost like my thighs. He works out like crazy. And he is so physically fit that when I look at him, I feel sorry for myself. I need to get to his stage. Okay, so you can be disabled and still be physically fit and have quality life. As a disabled person, he doesn't want anybody to do anything for him. Okay, so as an able person, get yourself fit and enjoy life. Enjoy life because when you're going around, I'm having this pain and I'm having that pain, nobody cares about your pain, honestly. Try it, okay? When you hear people coming around talking to you about what pain they have, are you excited about it? No. So nobody is excited about your pains. So get rid of those pains, get physically fit. Okay, check with your doctor what exercises you need to do, get physically fit so you can improve your quality of life. Yeah, there is money, there is this and that, but honestly, if there is a poor family and you'll find a lot of them and they're living together and they go out and do stuff together, they may die poor, but they're happy. Okay, you might find a farmer living somewhere else or people working in the farm, but they have a whole family of a father and mother and kids and they're all growing up. When you join their families and see them, they're happy people. They're happy people. They have quality life. Yes, maybe they don't have your Lamborghinis, they don't have big houses, etc., but they're happy. So you need to get to a point of being happy, because people will remember you for those things. They won't remember you being a slob, a sad person all the time, etc. Okay? And when you are physically able, mentally able, then you can also help others, isn't it? Right? So when you are mopping on the floor, how are you going to help somebody else? And when I'm saying mopping on the floor, I don't mean mopping the floor. I mean that you are so far down that you're always sorry about yourself. How can you help somebody else? How can you lift somebody else up? Right? You know, in the airplane, what they say, when the air mask comes down, first put it on yourself before you go out. You might have your baby and you might think that I must first assist my baby, but they say first put it on yourself and then put it on others. Why? Because if you yourself are not revived, you cannot help others. All right? So I hope in your 20s, in your 30s, and in your 50s, if you're like me, I cannot talk about people in their 60s unless you're already fit, because I'm not yet 60s, right? If you're in your 50s like me and you are slightly obese, not overly obese, you can do exactly what I'm doing. But if you're overly obese, you can also do what I'm doing, but you may have to take a different approach to it to get to this. Okay, so get excited about life and let's kick the 50s with fun and have a lot of energy. All right, for our families who are coming, young ones, get physically fit for your families who will come in the future. All right, have fun and see you around.